You found the National Championship Air Races presented by Reno-Tahoe. Visit Reno-Tahoe.com.
Always good stuff at the National Championship Air Races 2023. Tommy Sanders here with Rob Lowe, and the final flag. This is the final rate, the last chapter from Reno being written here. We got a lot of great racing.
We absolutely do, Tommy, and we're about to jump right back into Formula One racing. This would be our silver pairing, Heat 2B. Here today on Thursday, we're going to fly 8 laps around our up-close and personal 3.5-mile course. Now you can see the aircraft beginning to stage out there on runway 8 at Reno-Stead Airport. You can see there's 3 aircraft in the front, and then there'll be 2 in the middle, and just off your screen to the left is 3 more. Total of 8 aircraft in this heat, Tommy, and we staged that way on purpose so that when they take off from a standing or a horse race start, if somebody were to have a problem, the 2 aircraft in the middle can slide right through the gap, and same in the back. So we do start on the ground. The aircraft take off. They make left turns around our 3.5-mile course, and the aircraft, as they get up to speed, they begin to be more effective. So part of the standing start is a safety thing, but we don't start counting laps until we come back by the home pylon. That's where we start counting time and laps. All right,
well, we've got a lot to come here in race 2B. Of course, yesterday's race would have been 1B, and one of the qualifiers from that race at 188.13 miles an hour was J.P. Odell from Salinas, California. He gave us some thoughts about that one.
This is my second year, so last year was my rookie year.
How'd you finish last year?
Dead last. So hopefully I built this new wing over the past year and sped us up quite a bit, so excited to try it out on the course today.
How did qualifying go?
Went pretty well. We qualified at 188, so kind of middle of silver, and hoping we're going to be able to move up a little bit today's race.
Yesterday was amazing. I had such a good day. It was my first race ever, and it couldn't have been more exciting. So I learned a lot and had a really good time. I can't wait for the next race and maybe get that pass in that I fought so hard for. Third yesterday, so I moved up. But today I'll take pole position in silver. So I'm pretty excited about that, but we got some gold racers in the class today's race, so I'm sure they'll be swinging around me a little, but I'll fight my hardest.
Green flag's up, Tommy. Here we go. Throttles are coming up. You see the choices that the pilots and the crews have made as the aircraft accelerate at different rates, but they will all accelerate together in our standing horse race type start. And you can see Jen Watson there in the pole position and Justin Metters there. The black and white race 34 has already moved out into the lead, Tommy.
That's an uncharacteristically fast start for Justin Metters. You mentioned his propensity to start slower but get the speed up, the overwhelming speed once they get up into that first lap.
Now, these aircraft in the F1 class typically operate, they can get up to close to 250 miles an hour. We will see Justin Metters probably approach that speed. The rest of the aircraft in this silver pairing have qualified around 200. So we'll see them probably 200, a little bit more, but there's a great look at Justin Metters in the limitless aircraft. That's what he calls it, and that really is his philosophy in life. We talked about his challenges, but he takes that and turns it to his advantage, and Justin flies absolutely limitless in a beautiful race 34.
This is our starter lap now. You can gain position, you can move around, but the count does not start until these planes pass the start-finish pylon for the first time, and then we'll start the first of 8 official laps.
And there's Justin, as you see that beautiful snowshoe SR1 as he makes his way around. Race 34 out of Mineral Wells, Texas, just out west, about an hour of Fort Worth. And there is race 21. That is Jen Watson, who was our pole position, now in second place as she heads down the home stretch. And there we're back to Justin Metters as he makes his way around pylons 1, 2, and 3 on the far east end of the course. Now, the aircraft pull about 2 to 3 times the weight of gravity, 2 to 3 Gs, Tommy. As they go around, it's you can see there's not a very long period that they're straight and level, and then right back into the turns as we watch Jen there. Here we see second and third as they're going down the backstretch with Jen Watson in race 21 and Paul Newman in race 26.
Had a very good race yesterday.
When they turn up like that, you get to see the top of the wing. I'm sorry, Tommy. And, you can see Paul Newman's beautiful airplane. When you see the top of that wing, you see the spectacular paint scheme that he has there. But you see Jen is able to stay out in front of him as they make their way back to the home pylon here.
It's 2 and 3. There's your leader once again, 3-time champion here in Reno, Justin Meadows.
Well, he looks like he's on rails, Tommy. You can see a good view of that aircraft here in this camera shot. You see the shape of the wing. It's got that curved leading edge out there on the tip. A little more bird-like than maybe the shape of the wing on the Cassett racers. It's all just about aerodynamics. One isn't necessarily better than the other. It's just a different approach to the aerodynamics. This aircraft, a little bit more composite in its construction, but they're all limited. Again, this is a true technical formula class. There's some very strict rules that date all the way back to the 30s when these were called midget racers. They're all limited to 166 square feet of wing area. So the engineers take different approaches, and you can see some of that just in the shape and the styling. And some
A few tiny tweaks they can do to those engines there. Nothing huge, but basically close to it. Stock race.
And here we are at looking at second and third, Tommy, as we continue to see Jen Watson in race 21, followed by fast and easy race 26. That's Paul Newman. Now, we talked earlier about her staying out in front, but it looks to me like Paul may be figuring something out as they go around the course here. He's slowly gaining on him. Now, here you see a strategy down the backstretch where we see somebody pulling up and out, so that is likely that there's possibly a problem with that aircraft. Everything looks to be okay, but that was Jen Watson that pulled up off the course.
She's left the race course.
She's left the race course. You can see when the aircraft, here is Paul Newman down low. We fly typically at just above 50 feet above our pylons outside the round. You see him rounding pylon number 6 coming up the home stretch right here. And this is race 00.
That's
Chet Harris.
Yeah.
Sorry, ought not. We've been saying that was Paul Newman, so my apologies for that. But that is Chet Harris, who is now in second place.
All alone in second place now, and just joining us, Jen Watson started the day in the pole position, just left the race.
Yeah, so Chet has been the one that was in third that entire time and now in second, Tommy. So our apologies to Chet and his crew, because he's flying a fine race, and we're getting to see a great example of it here as he zips down the back straightaway. What a beautiful shot from out in the desert with our pylon cam coming right into your living room here, Tommy. Pylons 4, 5, and 6. Here's another shot as he comes back toward you. Pylon 6 and headed to the home straightaway as we make our way through.
As good a race as he's running, not too far behind him, Rob, is Justin Meadows, and that's not a huge surprise.
Yeah, Justin aircraft, his strategy is always, once that aircraft gets up to speed, it just rolls. And you can see he's beginning to overtake a lot of the field here. And you can see Justin making his way around to pylons 1, 2, and 3, the far eastern end of our up close and personal 3.5 mile track. And as he heads down the backstretch there, we'll see pretty soon begin to see some of the aircraft that he's catching come into the shot. Now, no matter if you're really a lot faster or just a little bit faster, no matter what, you have to pass on the outside, right? So the inside track is the shortest way around the course. So to pass on any kind of closed course pylon racing you got to take the longer way around. But a great look at our leader here, Tommy. Just on rails. Justin just has that aircraft dialed in. That is limitless. Race 34. And he looks very smooth. Everything looks to be back on track for whatever caused the DNF yesterday. Justin appears to be right back on track here in the Silver Heat 2B pairing here in the Formula One class.
And of course, move back into the gold class based on the results of this race. He's certainly on track to do that. Once again, second place, Chet Harris, Anchorage, Alaska, in the double up.
You see him passing one of the slower aircraft there that has kind of pulled up and out of the way. So we talked about having to pass on the outside. That is only if the slower aircraft is out in front and tight. If the slower aircraft pulls up and away, then you have the opportunity. And that's a judgment call that the pilots make, and also is a judgment call the race officials. And then Justin Meadows just zipping by there in that shot as we looked at a great shot at the blue and white checkered home pylon as our aircraft make their way around. There you see Justin Meadows coming around pylon number 3, headed back to the west. backstretch of our up close and personal 3.5 mile.
This is the second day of racing for the silver class or the B class. It's F1 race 2B. He's picking up with us, Justin Metters, the odds-on favorite coming into Reno this year. Did not finish this race yesterday, so he dropped to B and we can move back up to the gold class.
Tommy, that's one of the great things about how Reno works. Through the heat races all week long as we make our way to Sunday, the aircraft can move up and move down, and ideally we end up with the best competitive grouping when we get to Sunday. Here's a great shot of the home pylon. You see the various aircraft coming by, and you saw going down the backstretch, you can see that orange aircraft in the distance. That is the Atomic Pumpkin, Blair Hamilton, as aircraft are continuing to make their way around. There is the beautiful purple and yellow race 39. That's J.P. Odell and Monkey Ninja. Here comes Blair Hamilton, the Atomic Pumpkin out of Canada.
Looks like Sean Milkey will be coming up next, and then Steve Temple will be bringing up the rear.
Getting into the final laps of our race here. 74, good race yesterday for Sean Milke. Fat ass Cass.
And here's 73. This is Steve Temple out of Genoa, Nevada. Never easy is what he calls that airplane as he comes across the line here at the home pylon.
Many airplanes will be going direct to the downwind. You'll be seeing them doing wing wags, similar to
Tommy, I think they've all crossed when we saw the checkered flag wave there. I think they've all pulled up off the course. And let's look at it one more time here, Tommy, as we see the start. We had Jen Watson there on the pole on the right side of your screen. Justin Metters in race 34 jumped out immediately on departure. And here you see him here airborne all the way around. He led flag to flag, Justin Metters. And there you see a good look at Jen Watson in race 21. But there is Justin Metters. And as expected in this pairing, Justin was able to just be on rails and pull out in front.
Justin, a dominant figure in F1 racing, 4 out of the last 3 years here in Reno. Absolutely no contest. Got out and had it all to himself, all that good air to himself for a long, long time.
And you saw there in that previous shot, Jen Watson pulling up off the course safely with some sort of an issue on her aircraft, but she's made it back around safely now and all good there. And there you see Justin Metters passing some of the slower traffic as he makes his way around. And he's our unofficial winner in this heat, Tommy.
Justin Metters. So that's it. Race 2B. The Formula One class Race 2B is in the books here in Reno.